في مقابلة مع بلومبرغ قال محمد العريان كبير المستشارين الاقتصاديين لمجموعة أليانز إن الخطوة التي اتخذها بنك اليابان ذكية جدا لكنها غير مستدامة.
Look, what they're trying to do is an orderly, slow exit from an unsustainable monetary policy regime. Now, they can't say that, but that's what they're trying to do. So they did two things today that were quite smart, John. First, they increased QE. They're basically telling you, if you want to test the 50 basis points, come to me, and I can absorb as many bonds as you want to sell. So the first thing they're trying to do is no immediate testing of the ceiling. Second, they've chosen a low liquidity period to do this. Again, pretty smart. Now, the good news for them is I think they can control the process. That's actually good news for global markets because it doesn't force selling by Japanese institutions. However, over time, even this approach becomes unsustainable.
كما توقع العريان ألا يعود وضع التضخم لما كان عليه قبل الجائحة وأن يتوطن عند مستويات 4% لوقت طويل نظرا لانتقاله إلى قطاع الخدمات الذي يتسم عادة بعدم تأثره بأسعار الفائدة.
We are not going back to where we came from. We're not going back to where we came from for many reasons. One was the unintended consequences of a ridiculous regime of very low interest rates and infinite QE, so we're not going there. Inflation is not going to come down in an orderly fashion. We're going to get sticky inflation. When we get to 4%, there's going to be a major decision to be made by society as to what to do next. So no, we are not going to the old regime. We are exiting one regime and entering another regime of money being priced more appropriately. So you've got to understand the inflation transition. It started out as very concentrated in energy and food. Then it shifted to the goods sector. At that point, the central banks could have controlled it, but they didn't. They were late. So now it's gone into the service sector. So two things happen. One is the goods sector disinflates for now, but that's going to stop at a certain point. Meanwhile, service inflation is much more sticky. It is much less sensitive to interest rates. So what you get is that disinflation is in fact transitory, he's right, and then the service and wage inflation becomes an issue. That is the transition we're looking at next year, and that suggests that we're going to get stuck at around 4%.